Yo, yo, yo. I've been away from the knife review table for a little bit, kind of concentrating on my new YouTube channel, which has to do with surfing. Surprise, I'm a surfer. And my last video that I just posted was kind of a random video, but it was a little fun to do, which is a review of a Cobalt pocket knife from Lowe's, and it by far and away is one of the shittiest pocket knives I've ever had, and I needed it for a weekend, and it served for a weekend. I figured, what the fuck, I'll do a review of it, might as well. And it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't terribly good either. So without further ado, something that is fabulous, and it is this Böker Plus Böker Stingray. Salmonero being the designer. They did this two runs of this, one in 440C steel and one in VG10. This is the VG10 steel. I first became aware of this knife because Nothing Fancy did a review on it, and he sold me. So much to the point that I don't think I'd ever paid over $100 for a knife before this knife, and I think I paid about $150 on eBay for this thing secondhand. So yeah, this is one of my favorite knives in my collection, and if you can't tell why, I don't know why you're watching this video. It is a fucking good looking knife. I mean, look at this thing, man. Is that a good looking knife or what? Everything, it's got some traditional to it. It's got some more traditional to it. It's got this beautiful checker patterning patterning going on. It's just a really good knife, and Nothing Fancy liked it, and I like it, and I'll get into more of that as I continue on here. So let me go over some of the basics. It's a big knife. Like, I mean, here's a cold steel Spartan. It's not as big as a cold steel Spartan, but you know what? It's not small by comparison to a cold steel Spartan, which usually dwarfs most knives. So there's your size comparison. It's a little hefty. I think it's somewhere around 5.5 to 6 ounces. It's so we got titanium, VG10. The washers are just plastic or nylon washers. Deep carry pocket clip. This is a MXG gear clip that I had to replace the other pocket clip. I guess I might as well just cover that now. Here's the box that it came in. I actually have two of these boxes because I gifted one of them and I ended up with the box, the extra box, and my friend just kept the knife. So here's how the knife came. Came in this nice little fitted case, so that was pretty cool. It came with a screw. Came with like registration, which I never needed because when I did have a warranty problem, I just called Böker. And here's the pocket clips. So it came with a screw. It came with the screwdriver. And I've got a whole bunch of these pocket clips that Böker ended up sending me because these things snap left and right. I think that is why on the secondhand market they don't do well. And if somebody has one of these knives and you want to contact me directly to get one of these original pocket clips, I'll sell 2 of them. One I modestly modified so that it wouldn't bend out by putting some epoxy in. I don't think that would work. That will work at all. So maybe you could get that epoxy off of there. The thing is that I don't suggest actually running this pocket clip. I suggest putting it away in storage in case you ever decide to sell the knife to improve its collector value. and doing what I did, which is I got an MXG gear pocket clip. This was I want to say it was the Spyderco pocket clip, but I don't know. I can't remember. I bought it years ago. So you would have to measure the gap here between the two screw holes, call up MXG gear, and ask them which spacing it is. You can see this is actually a 3 screw, and I just used 2. Haven't had any issues with that. It's a 2.5 millimeter screw, and there's only one threading for it, but you're going to have to order that on eBay, and you're not going to find a lot of options. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the screws are not flush in any way. They're nice rounded heads though, so I found that works. Oh, sorry, my hands are dirty. I've been weeding today, like not smoking weed, but weeding, like, you know, pulling weeds out of the earth. So I've got dirty hands. Deal with it. And yeah, nylon washers, VG10, titanium pocket clip. Let's just talk about how cool looking it is. I guess you'll call this a drop point. Just a generally a good looking blade. And I think this was, I don't think actually, I know, this was the first titanium knife I've ever had. And it's actually, the handle, I thought titanium was going to be super light, but these are just 2 thick slabs of titanium. So it's pretty hefty, and I'm fine with that. It's nylon washers, but boy, it's really smooth. Like, it does, if you did get dirt or anything in there, it gets pretty gritty. But when it's nice and clean and running smooth, it's smooth. And I mean, I've got ball bearing knives that aren't as smooth operating as this is on the nylon washers. I'm thinking of maybe doing another mod, which is to get maybe some phosphor bronze washers with nylon and get them really, you know, much thinner, and just see if I can improve the centering a little bit. It's fine. It's not touching. It never has, but that is the best I've been able to tune it. You know, I put in a wedge here and I tighten down all the screws, and if you don't do that, it will be rubbed up against the side. But, you know, I think if I had some phosphor bushings in there, I might be able to stiffen that up a little bit. So that's, yeah, okay, whatever. I warrantied this knife. I think I got like the last knife from Böker Plus, because there was massive, no, I didn't warranty this knife. I did some tuning on this knife. I warrantied my friend's knife because her knife was getting huge lock stick. And lock stick, I think, has something to do with the fact that you've got steel meeting titanium. And that means, you know, 2 different metals. The titanium in this case is the softer of the 2 or something. Anyways, when they meet, they don't, it's better if you have a steel insert, so you go steel to steel. Everybody knows that. So, you know, the wear life on this knife is not as good as one with a steel insert. But once again, I don't care, because look at it. It looks so good. And, you know, knife ownership collectioning is all about, you know, enjoying knives that you like for one reason or another. And in this case, it is aesthetics. This is a good looking knife. Oh, I did go with a dual grit polish on the main face of the knife because it was easier to do, and I wanted to experiment with it. So far it's held up pretty good. I don't use this knife for much more than kind of as like my dressier carry knife. So yeah, once again, I'm not making any points. I'm just showing off a really pretty knife. And that's about it. I've been trying to keep these videos under 10 minutes, and I'm coming up in 8 seconds at the end of this video. So Everyone have a great day. Like and subscribe or don't. Bye.